Congratulations to the Republic of the Philippines, the ASEAN Chair for 2026.
Alam niyo ba, 17.5 billion pesos ang balak gastusin ng Pilipinas sa pag-host nito ng ASEAN in 2026. This amount covers hundreds of meetings, including the two major summits that will be happening all across the country. Bukod pa yan sa 5.4 billion pesos na ginagastos ngayong 2025 to prepare for the chairmanship, which rotates among the 10, now 11, welcome Timor-Leste, members of ASEAN. Oh my God, Bea, ang laking pera nun. I know, right? But that's not the only reason why you should care about ASEAN and the Philippines chairmanship of the bloc. Let me give you 3 reasons why. Reason number 1, the decisions made during the summits and the meetings in between do in fact affect us. Hindi lang siguro halata or hindi lang sobrang ramdam, but ASEAN touches so many aspects of our lives. Halimbawa, dito sa Malaysia, nagkaroon ng pirmahan ng ASEAN Trade and Goods Agreement or ATIGA. Nagkaroon din ng pirmahan ng upgrade, nasa 3.0 version na tayo, ng ASEAN-China Free Trade Area. Sabi ng Pilipinas, ATIGA will make trade between ASEAN members easier. It is also meant to, quote, anticipate and respond to the potential impacts of new trade policies. Hello, yung tariffs ni Donald Trump. ASEAN-China Free Trade Area upgrade naman, it's meant to incorporate medium to small enterprises, among other things. So these trade agreements are meant to benefit not just big businesses, but small and medium ones as well. ASEAN also tackles issues like climate change, the digital economy, environmental protections, and of course, which leads us to number 2, security landscape. Sabi ni Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, who is also chairperson of ASEAN,
the world feels unsettled, the old order no longer certain, the new one not yet defined.
So kahit papano, ramdam mo rin yung mga pagbabagong ito. Isa na dito yung pag-impose ng United States ng tariffs even to its most trusted and valued partners. Sabay na rin dito yung pag-scale back ng aid ng Amerika sa buong mundo. Nakikita rin natin to sa genocide sa Gaza, sa pagyera ng Russia sa Ukraine, closer to home yung military junta sa Myanmar, and recently yung border dispute ng Cambodia at Thailand that spilled on over to violence. Even closer to home is China's aggressive actions in the West Philippine Sea.
So now the big pair. So remember, you are within the Philippine exclusive economic zone.
But at the same time, China remains a trusted and valued trade partner in ASEAN, including the Philippines. All of this to say, these are issues that cannot be solved by 1 or 2 nations alone. Kailangan lahat ng involved magkasundo. Pero Bea, paano yung tension sa South China Sea or sa West Philippine Sea? Naku, mahaba-habang usapan natin yan. Which leads me to point number 3. A COC soon? Question mark? Ano ba yung COC na yan? Ito yung Code of Conduct on the South China Sea that's been under negotiation for over 2 decades between ASEAN and China. Ang goal ay matapos yung code na ito by 2026, sakto sa chairmanship ng Pilipinas. Ito yung thing, hindi kasi magkasundo-sundo yung members ng ASEAN at ng China sa tinatawag nilang milestone issues in the negotiations of the COC.
We cannot give up. We cannot say that, oh, there's no hope and you cannot, nothing's happening, you cannot move forward, you cannot resolve this thing. Once we've done that, we fail. And we cannot fail because we have to find a way forward.
Pero Bea, di ba hindi public yung negotiations? Hindi talaga siya public.
Kung ang goal ng ASEAN ay pagpulma ng future ng Southeast Asia, abay dapat may voice din ikaw, ako, tayo, kahit pa hindi tayo negotiator ng COC. Ang laging pinta sa ASEAN, talk shop lang yan. Isa rin sa criticisms nito, the fact that in ASEAN, a core principle is consensus and non-interference. In short, kailangan magkasundo lahat at kailangan walang pakialaman sa internal issues ng isang bansa. But for better or worse, that is the ASEAN way. But when we have 10, now 11 voices, just yung dialogue partners path, understandably, medyo mahirap pagkasundo.
at wala pa sa usapan na yung implementation ng mga pinagkasunduan ninyo. ASEAN is an opportunity for each nation member and for the bloc as a whole to shape the future of over 683 million people in economies that have so much potential for growth. Ano kayang itsura ng future na yun?